everybody. I have some rather serious news. Apparently I'm on the air and you're all watching me and I can't see you and as you can probably gather, I'm not exactly ready because you know I've got this jacket. Look, I'll take this jacket, you know. There we go. I'll just give that to my roadie over there, you know. Well, in my dreams. The future's not what it used to be, only sure of uncertainty. Is this how life is meant to be from now, from here on in? Do you know what? I've just been making that up this week, and I have got some more bits to it, but I thought I haven't got the confidence to play it yet because you know it's not really together. But that's the start of a new song. The future's not what it used to be. Can anybody say a big amen to that? Yeah. And well, let me see. I've got a nice guitar behind. Let me pick up this guitar here. Here we go. Look, this is my trusty Ovation here. What a machine this is, yeah. And you know, I just well, a country boy named Shorty, a city boy named Dan, had to prove I could run the fastest to win Miss Lucy's hand. Dan had all the money, so I had the looks. Shorty must have had something, boy, that can't find in the books. Well, cut across, Shorty, cut across. That's what Miss Lucy said. Cut across, Shorty, cut across. It's you I wanna wed. And you know, I'm playing that song because somebody watches this program every week, and every time I do a song about love and that, they all say that's for Lucy, isn't it? You know, that's and it's a bit of a wind-up see for somebody. So I thought I'd play "You Know Who You Are, I Know Who You Are," and it's a bit like you know who exactly Shorty is and who the real Miss Lucy is, and maybe we'll play more of that song as the weeks go on. You know. It's like, do you remember that Monty Python thing where they showed that video of that sort of lewd situation and a guy sort of going in the bedroom with a shady lady, you know, and there's a little counter at the bottom of the screen and it starts counting up now £5, £10, £50, and they say, no, you can stop the video at any time if you just call in and pay the money, you know. I don't know what made me think of that, but that song makes me think of it, you know, because who is Shorty and who is Miss Lucy? But whoever Shorty is, remember this. Miss Lucy says, it's you I want to wed. It's you I want to wed. Well, it's great to be back with you another week. I've got a few things to run by you tonight, and I'm going to try doing some different stuff tonight, and I think I'll start off with I half played a song the other week. I sort of it just sort of came from left field. I was kind of messing with my guitar and it fell into this little picking rhythm, and I kind of half played this song and I thought, boy, that's a cute little song. I shouldn't say that about my own tunes really, but then compliments are hard to come by around here, so I have to compliment myself, you know. Sorry about that. I shouldn't really say that, you know, because walls have ears. But anyway, where was I? Yes, I'm going to play you a song and maybe tell you a little bit of what it's about. I shouldn't do really, but it's such a sweet little thing, and it goes like this. Well, I ride on the wings of the beautiful bird, over the hill and far away. I stand with the kings in their castles superb, and watch the children play, and like a child in need of nothing except the sky. I don't know how, I don't know when, but if I lay eyes on that girl again, hey, this time she'll be more than a friend and more than a rolling day. While I stand on the shoulders of Plato and Freud, their point of view to see, but if all this is true, then all that must be void. Well, how else could it be? And I, for one, am sure of nothing except that I don't know how, I don't know when, but if I catch sight of that girl again, hey, this time she'll be more than a friend and more than a rolling day. Ocean is standing up, and the time draws nigh when the world will know it's running out of love, but time and tide, they know no reason. And I don't know how, I don't know when, but if I lay eyes on that girl again, this time she'll be more than a friend and more than a rolling day. Hey, more than a rolling day. And in the castles are rascals and thieves dressed in gold, laughing at us out in the cold. Yeah, rascals and thieves, and in the castles are rascals and thieves dressed in gold. And you know, being in rock and roll, you get to meet all kinds of powerful people. Some of them are scary people, and I got to be in situations where I was with mixing it with these kinds of people, and I get to know their family and their girlfriends and their wives or whatever, and you know, you kind of anyway, that song is really just, it speaks in code about it, because it says I stand in there I ride on the wings of the beautiful bird. Far away. I stand with the kings in their castles superb, and at the end he says, and in them castle there's rascals and thieves, because you know quite a few of them they might look like toughs, but they're really thieves and rascals. And I'll tell you what, that record, that song rather, that was made into a record way back, with a record that I made with Richard Tony producing. But you know what? That it was done with a bit of a rascal and a bit of a thief, because I don't believe the studio was ever paid for by the record company. And the record company was Jet Records, and the man who ran that was a man named Don Arden, the Don, he was called, you know, in kind of reference to The Godfather. And you know, I used to just be down his house and with the Don and all his entourage and people, and I almost got to go out with his daughter one night. Her name is Sharon Arden. She's now Sharon Osbourne. You probably know her. But I was down in his office one day, and I remember there was something. Sharon had to go somewhere to see some group representing Jet Records at some group, and she said, "Well, I've got nobody to go with." And he looked around. He says, "Well, Dave," he says, "what are you doing tonight?" And I said, "Oh, Dad," I said, "I've got to take Charlie back to Birmingham." Because Charlie was Carl Wayne, so I'd come down with Carl Wayne. And he said, "Yeah," he said, "Forget that." He says he can make he's a big lad now. He can make his own way. He can go on the train. He says, and the Don's trying to organise me going out with Sharon that night. You know. Anyway, it didn't come about. But like that song, you see, what I was going to say was that song was written about that kind of thing where you find yourself in that comment. It's all written in code, you know. I've got another song like that's written in code. Maybe I'll play that later. But look, I wanted to do something tonight totally different that I've never done before, never tried it before, and it might not work. It might be terrible, but who cares? You know, it's only a bit of fun, isn't it? So here's a song. I did play it once because somebody requested this, and so I knocked it up quickly. But what I've done, I've found, and nobody's ever seen this. This is absolutely a world exclusive. Tonight, for one night only, let me tell you, you're on the right station, because here's a world exclusive of a video that links onto the front of the song that I played at the time. The song is called Mistress Caroline. It's from my Bubbles album, and here's it. I'm going to put the front on and let you see and I'm going to pick this phone up and let you see what's happening. So here we go. Where is it? Here we go. Let's see if it works. I'll put that over there. Look like that.
Thank you very much.
Okay, here we go.
That's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here for the reading of the final will and testament of one Lord Rockford Moses, whereby his lordship has instructed me to tell you as follows, that I, Lord Rockford Moses, being of sound mind, do hereby bequeath my entire estate to one Caroline Mistress. Got your attention, didn't it? To have, to hold, to spend, luxuriate, squander, or disperse in any and all ways she thinks fit. Terra firma ad hoc de facto, magna carta pro rata, procul harum, ad nauseam habeas corpus, omnibus terminus, persona non grata, et status quo.
Nice one, Alan. Here we go. Lord Rockford Moses, being of sound mind, left everything to Mistress Caroline. Stepped in his time machine and disappeared from view, leaving the argument for me and you. And he wished he could be here, but he's done the best he can. Yes, he wished he could be here, and he hopes you'll understand that I, Rockford Moses, being of sound mind, leave everything to Mistress Caroline. The 5,000 acres and all the precious works of art, wine in the cellar and the tigers in the bar. And he says it's okay, you can give it all away. I don't care what you do, just be careful what you say about my sweet love child, Mistress Caroline. She was my friend, she loved me when I was alone without a dime. Sweet love child, Mistress Caroline. She scratched my back, she lit my back, she chilled my wine, she done me fine. Love her till the end of time. Ooh, till the end of time. Oh, how I loved you, gal. Na 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 na. Oh, how I loved you. Na 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 na. How I love the gal. Na 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 na. I love you, gal. Oh, oh, oh. Lord Rockford Moses, being of sound mind, left everything to Mistress Caroline. Stepped in his time machine and disappeared from view, leaving the argument for me and you. And he says it's okay, you can give it all away. I don't care what you do, just be careful what you say about my sweet love child, Mistress Caroline. She was my friend, she loved me when I was alone without a dime. Caroline, sweet love child, Mistress Caroline. She scratched my back, she lit my fag, she chilled my wine, she done me fine. Oh, she done me fine now. Sweet love child, Mistress Caroline. She was my friend, she loved me when I was alone without a dime. Love her till the end of time. Love her till the end of time. Yeah, wasn't that a great beginning? That's it's Alan Smith, Alan Piano Smith. Alan, he calls himself Thruwest, Professor Thruwest. Did the beginning of that? You probably recognised him. Alan was in Morganisation when we had a 5-piece band a while back, and yeah. Let me think now. Yes. What have I got to say about that song, Mistress Caroline? Well, anyway, it was great to give that video, the front video in airing. The rest of it's kind of not quite been arranged together yet, but I'll be putting that out as soon as I can get that sorted. I edit all my videos up right here on this machine over here, and I've just been fixing that up today for you guys to see. Oh, there's something else you can see on the video. Yeah, there is indeed. Yeah, let's do that, because you know, I was fortunate enough to have a hit song, and the hit song came from a little folk song that I wrote way back. Let me play you what the folk song, how it started off, and I'll play you a little bit of what it become, because it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting take on rock and roll, because you know how a song which is big hit can start off in such a kind of a very humble way. And this song started off like this, look. There's a shadow of a man at Hiroshima, where he'd passed the noon in a wonderland at Hiroshima, 'neath the August moon, and the world remembers his face, remembers the place was he. Fly the metal bird to Hiroshima and away your load. Speak the magic word to Hiroshima, let the sky explode. Your name remembers the flame was Hiroshima. Well, you know, that little tune there became a real big song, and it was done by this lady here. I'll knock it off there. You can probably gather I'm not really kitted out to show these videos. I've got to get myself an iPad because that's a lot easier to show them on. But yeah, that's Sandra, a German lady named Sandra, who picked up that song and made it into a European-wide hit with that version of it, which is a really nice up-tempo, dancey version of that little song, Hiroshima, which started off a little song. I think you'll agree. It started off a little tiny folk song, just because I saw. In fact, I didn't even see it. I read about it. Let me tune this up. That's a bit better, yeah. Okay, look. I'm going to try something else just to. Another song which is another coded song. This is it. Well, Delilah came on the phone and said, "Boy, do you want to take me home?" And Samson, he said, "Babe, you know I do. But there's things to be worked out. There's my ma who is without. She must be informed we are too." Delilah says, "I have no grouse, and besides, I've seen your house, and I like it. It is all my due respect. But to me now must come, what's to do must now be done. Together, so as to get the best effect." Well, Samson, he said, "Bye," and then looked me in the eye and said, "Friend, I'm in need of counseling." And I said, "Oh, Sam, you must not go." And he said, "But friend, how do you know?" And I said, "Ah, yes, I was on the extension listening in." He said, "Ah, yes, that is so, but your advice I must forgo, for my love, she will not wait forevermore." And then with a parting glance, he shook hands, said thanks, "God bless you, friend," walked out of the door. Many months were then to pass before I was led to ask of a weary warrior from the south What news of battles won, of kings and queens undone? What secrets do you keep within your mouth? He said it is not well, for many gods have fell, and many more are waiting yet to fall. And the sun will not long set before Elijah himself has met that most feared mortal of them all. For the one of whom I speak is now prisoner to the weak, as we are all prisoners to fate. And Queen Delilah has decreed she cannot intercede in matters preferential to the state. Well, I was sore afraid, for the soldier had portrayed a vision of my one and only friend. And so I made all haste unto the city gates, thereby to put my torment at an end. And once inside the city walls and in the royal halls, I gazed upon the scene with disbelief. For that in that princely castle sat a rogue and a rascal, a vagabond and liar and a thief. And I looked at each in turn, bade them all confirm that Samson of Judea dwelt within. And they answered with a laugh and bid me follow aft to the arena where the show would soon begin. Well, the arena, it was bubbling, all senators were juggling for a seat that would lend pleasure to their view. Then a mighty horn was sounded and all outbound flights were grounded as Delilah made her entrance dressed in blue. She cast aside her robes and the multitude arose, enraptured by the beauty of her skin. And they spent themselves a grinning till Delilah, she stopped spinning and said, "Let Samson for the dungeon be brought in." And I said, "Oh Sam, what has gone wrong?" And he said, "Friend, it's a long, long story, and time is of the essence, it is true. But to cut the story short, young Delilah is a fraud, yeah, and her parents, they're both unmarried too." Then with a blinding cry, he looked blindly to the sky and bade the Lord one dying wish to grant. Then he whispered to my ear, "God speed you quickly far from here, for the coming of Jehovah is at hand." Then the sky was rent in twain, with great boulders did it rain, as I watched from off a hill in Galilee. And with tears in my eye, I bid that life bye-bye, walked away to eternity. So friends, remember this, when you're lost inside your bliss, a true love can be captured but never bought. So don't count your chickens before they're hatched, because if the cock and hen ain't matched, all the pleasures of the roost will come to naught. Yeah, the ballad of Samson and Delilah. That's a long piece, isn't it? And I think I got some words wrong somewhere in it, but you know that may sound like a love story, but actually that was written about the record business. It's my code again. You see, I used to write songs and they meant something to me, and of course, you know, you don't need to tell anybody what they're about, do you? Really, you can sort of keep it a secret. But I've told you now, so so don't tell anybody else. Okay, it's a secret. It's about being in the record business. Yeah, and Delilah was the seductress, and I was the seduced one. Yes, and that was me. That was my little story to kind of put with a bit of and a bit of invention in there. But you know that's how come I made up that song. I shouldn't tell you this stuff, you know, but it's great that you guys tune in to me every Thursday. I do appreciate it. Dave Scott Morgan solo at Grimdo. This is Grimdo number 7, I believe, and we're out of time. I had something else to play you, but never mind. We can do that next time. So if you want to show your appreciation, I think there's a little busking hat out there in the digital universe, and I do appreciate all you guys who've supported me with encouragement, and yeah, thanks for being alongside. I really do appreciate it. It's great to have somebody to play these tunes too. I hope to kind of play some more tunes next week. Send in your requests in the meantime. I'll try and do them if I can, and I'll catch up with you next week. Bye bye for now.